Welcome back, all the 40K fanatics out there. I'm DJ here with Tim's Nation, and man, look at this beautiful mess. So, just gonna have some fun, just because I was messing around in my basement, and I said, you know what? I want to share this with the world. So, typically, Lane and I, we like to reset the terrain every once in a while. We'll go with a terrain loadout for a while, play a bunch of missions, get used to it on that, and then switch over to another terrain setup. And that's what this weekend is. I'm getting ready to change up the terrain. Before doing that, I wanted to mess around with the new Necron terrain. So I finally finished Silksong. So it's back gung ho. I'm 100% on Silksong. Hooray. And now it's gung ho into back into Warhammer and into Necrons for Crontober. So recently I picked up the Tomb World box set. Got all these nice pieces of terrain. Look at these things. Look at these things. These things are great. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos, these are very, very modular. I could glue the doors in, but yay, they can open too for, aesthetic purposes. So that's a thing. As you can see, they are a little short. So up for some suggestions on ideas. I kind of want to keep the modular aspect of it because, like you can see here with this one, I'll show you real quick that these all can separate. So I can maneuver them for however we need. And there's a lot of little pieces here. Like I got a couple of these little corners I need to finish making. Go like over here and over here. And those are still just little pieces I need to get put together still for the set. But for the most part, we got all the walls ready. Again, like I was saying, they're a little short. I'd like to keep them modular. But anyone has any ideas on ways that I could just give them that extra extended height? Now, granted, it is what it is. We play by intent. So with all these walls, we can easily say these qualify as 5-inch tall, even though they're not 5-inch tall, just because they look so dang good. So we do have these new walls. You can see here just from the Kill Team set how much you get out of this. We still, like I said, we still have some corners and some ends, like this guy. This is actually this like Necron Overlord. That's actually like an end that we can put on there. Sorry, trying to show him. Pretty cool. It's like an end cap that you can put on for the. Ooh, sorry, my camera just decided to drop there. For those pieces, just to give them an end. But even so, like the flat round ends don't look too bad. These little I haven't painted them yet, so you can tell the difference. These little gray pieces of terrain come with it too. You got this nice little sarcophagus, which, woo, there's our Overlord in there. Sound asleep. And then what else? Oh, these things, I don't think these will be doing good for terrain, but for like terraform and stuff like that, or any other markers they may need them for. Like when you get mark for death, you want to mark your gamma target, or what is that called? Tempting target, another good one there. So any of those things or any of the action-based stuff could be good indicators for those, but terrain-wise, probably not. And that's pretty much it from the Tomb World set. I mean, so much. As you can see with the last terrain loadout that we used, and these little squares that Lane found, they're the same as our battle mats, little mouse puppeteer. Love these things. These things are amazing. With those and covering those, we almost have enough just out of that set to do a 40K game. These ones over here, this one, and this guy over here, so we kept those symmetrical ones, are ones that I need to construct something for, and again, maybe do some more work with the walls themselves, give them a little more life. Now, from another Necron Kill Team set, Lane gave me some other pieces. That's where we have this little piece of terrain here, this square here. We got little power cores around over here. Got them over here too, and we use some squares as well for the lighter terrain. And then we grabbed, here we go, some of the doors just to kind of finish off these areas over here. That's kind of the area I'd like one more wall for, but I can't complain. Like, again, let's zoom back out on this thing. That's so much that was covered from that Kill Team set for what we do with 40K. And I still have a bunch more of these from the Kill Team set and a bunch of them that are primed up already, ready to go. So we do have a bunch of terrain at access in that sense. And we also have some fun stuff over here. So showcase some of the stuff that we got that we're going to be working with. I got these two little boards. These can go down and be, again, squares for the table. I actually have, and we'll show it in a minute because I have to grab that out, the whole the kill team, the boards themselves. I'm going to try and turn those into some of these squares for the Necron terrain. Over here, this is some stuff we got in this whole, I had a whole terrain set, and these are from LVO. This was a time where they got rid of the terrain sets and stuff. Issue is a lot of this stuff, I'll show a bunch of it, like this thing right here, this big guy, and then these squares. Pick this one up. You can see it's sometimes referred to as a magic box. Now, these are balsa wood, so I could tear these things apart and kind of recreate them into some of the L's that we need right now and standardize. Probably not all of them, maybe a couple of them, and get some extra pieces. They're really nice and kind of Necroned out. And then over here, to finish off all the stuff we have to work with, we have these pieces that were also part of that terrain set. Again, they're big and blocky, and it makes it kind of difficult to really use in a game. But if we were to, since they're balsa wood, kind of just, make it a corner, these would actually be really, really nice. It's just how they're set up already, and they're already painted. Hey. Now, I do have, these were gifted to me from a tournament because it made it easy. I got these giant L's. These do not do very well on camera because they're constantly hiding things, but they are big L's. I could always cut them down. Little Necron logo etched in there. There we go. And they're just some other pieces I have. But so the reason I'm doing this right now, doing this video, just kind of showcasing this, is we're going to start building up this terrain set. And I want this terrain, to get this Necron terrain, just kind of want to showcase what we're working with here, get some ideas on things I could do with the walls, maybe some ideas on stuff that I could just add to the general collapse of the table. And yeah, get some concepts. Now, as far as the little squares, like I mentioned, and we have these. This is the board that comes with for Kill Team. You can see it's pretty good thickness, so it's got nice durability to it, and very Necroned out. So my plan is I'm going to measure it up, take a box cutter to it, and try and go around all this really cool aesthetics on it, but cut these and use this board for those squares. And now, not only that, but Lane in his collection had a bunch of these. These are other Kill Team ones. Again, good thickness. That were the boards that were used for the Kill Team game that Lane said here. We could use these as well. So some of these will get cut up too, just to get those last bit that I need to make the terrain set. So, all right, guys, ultimately, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Some ideas on some of the stuff that I can do and work with this, and maybe some things you've done with your Necron table. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.